Hi, everyone. I'm Rick Zanotti with Talking Vids. Have you ever read a book? Well, have you ever read a book? Some people have, some haven't. But if you haven't read a book, or if you want to read a good book, let's talk about one called Jonathan Livingston Seagull. This is a book I read a long, long time ago. Never forgot it. It's one of those books that stayed with me for a lifetime. Now, you're going to read that some people think it's bad, it's no good, it's demonic, or it's an interesting book about a seagull. A seagull that has thoughts. He wants to be better than the average seagull because he wants to fly further, higher, even lower. He wants to fly. He wants to fly fast. He thinks seagulls can do much more. He looks at eagles and he looks at other birds and says, why can't I be like that? What's holding me back? It must be me. So he tries and he practices and he does things and he really irritates the living daylights out of the elders. Now, the elders are the seagulls who run the seagulls. Think of them as a government or some organization or whatever. They're in charge. They're the big old bad guys. So poor Jonathan, all he wants to do is prove that a seagull can go faster, higher, longer, can do it all. But no, that's not to be. He ticks everybody off, especially the elders, and they banish him from the flock. That's pretty rough when you're a seagull and now you have no flock anymore. So he leaves on his journey. It's a journey pretty much around the world, trying to find faster and better ways to do things, to fly like no seagull has ever flown before. And this is where the story gets interesting, because Jonathan never gives up. Jonathan wants to be that seagull, but not because he's egotistical or wants to be the best there is. He wants to share it. He wants to give it back to the flock. Well, the flock will have none of that because the elders said, you're evil. Get out. Get lost. You're no good. Linda Ronstadt music? No, sorry. That was another song. But anyway, what do you do with somebody like that? With an eagle that just... eagle. He wants to be an eagle. With a seagull that just is causing problems. Well, that's exactly what this book is about. His adventures, his journey, his beginning and his end. And what happens afterwards. And what he does. I'm not going to give the book away because it's a very short book. You can read it. You can even watch the movie. In fact, if you notice right now on the screen, there will be a picture of the book, the movie, Amazon page where you can go and click on it and get any one of those. There is a paperback. There is a movie of it. The movie had music by Neil Diamond. I think the movie, the book came out in 1970, and the movie came out, I believe, in 72 or 3. Probably 73. And great. It's a great movie. You have to like the subject about a seagull. Not a parody, but a parable of our life in seagull form. It's really quite a good novel. And, as you look through the years and the generations, we can't lose that want to know more, to do more, to be more. Mediocrity isn't an option. It's boring. Why do you want to be mediocre? You could be more. Nothing is holding you back but you yourself. And that's what the book's all about. It's all about giving you that opportunity to be a little more than you think you can be. Maybe a lot more. But it's a good book. It's one of those I would consider timeless. Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. Now, he's written other books before. Illusions was the second one he wrote that was very popular. That was a pretty good book. That was called Illusions, I think the Teachings of a Reluctant Messiah, something like that. It was a good book. Again, it was all about a mechanic who knew planes, and he flew, and he did things. Kind of slowly along the lines of Jonathan Livingston, but a little different. A good book. I don't think it was as good as Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Had a good ending, though. And he did the movie. I think there was a lot of problems doing the movie from things I've read. Everybody had a different idea on how to do it, but eventually it came out, and in many respects, I think the movie's better than the book. In others, I like the book better. They are a little bit different. I finally actually read the book again after many, many years. And I remembered the differences this time because I've seen the movie many times. And I've given them away as gifts in the past and things like that. It's a really good movie. It's a good book. If you enjoy that kind of story about getting past just the simple, getting better, doing better, you'll probably enjoy this book. Anyway, this is the first in a series of books that I think can help you grow. Others are coming. Anyway, for Talking Vids, I'm Rick Zanotti. We will see you next time. By the way, if you look down here, you can see links to Amazon. We get very little out of that, but if you want to, hey, have had it. It's a good book. Enjoy it, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.